bigger stories, bolder risks, and worlds that felt less like levels and more like living, breathing places you could lose yourself in. This was Rockstar's identity. A studio obsessed with pushing limits, refusing to repeat the past, and building games that redefined what the medium could be. Which is why, when the time came to imagine GTA 6, they didn't just plan another city. They set their sights on something so massive, so ambitious, it had its own codename: Project Americas. And on paper, it sounded like the ultimate dream. For years, fans had dreamed of something this big. Imagining a game where you could fly across entire countries in one seamless open world. But if anyone could deliver that fantasy with the density and detail of a living Rockstar world, it was them. Yet even for Rockstar, ambition came with a price. The larger the map grew, the harder the story broke apart, and the workload grew beyond even for Rockstar's powerful teams. What looked revolutionary on paper became impossible to execute in practice. And so one by one, the pieces were cut, entire chunks scrapped, until only one setting remained: Florida. A single location, but the perfect one. Because unlike mountains or deserts, every inch of Florida can be packed with life, a place where dense urban streets collide with swamps, beaches, highways, and small towns, each with its own personality. It may not be the continent-spanning saga of Project Americas, but what survives could still be Rockstar's most immersive masterpiece yet, as Rockstar themselves refer to as the most immersive entry in the Grand Theft Auto series. But immersion at Rockstar has never just been about graphics or mechanics. It was about reflecting the world outside the screen, capturing the culture, the chaos, and the contradictions of America itself. Because from the very beginning, Grand Theft Auto stood apart because it mocked what others wouldn't touch. GTA 3 turned America into a playground of crime and media paranoia. Vice City satirized the narcotics boom of the 1980s, where corruption infected every level of power. San Andreas went even further, tackling gang culture, police brutality, and racial tension. And GTA 5, for all its absurd comedy, still attacked America's obsessions with greed, celebrity, and more, mocking billionaires, corporations, and even entire communities. The point wasn't whether people liked it or not. The point was that Rockstar never held back, which is why GTA 6, in its earliest form, was meant to show an America even darker. But what made GTA 6 different was the timing. It was being shaped in an America already louder, angrier, and more divided than anything Rockstar had satirized before. It wasn't a parody for cheap laughs. It was Rockstar pushing closer to reality than ever before. And it was exactly this kind of vision that co-founder Dan Houser spoke about in 2018 when he said he was glad GTA 6 wasn't releasing during the Trump era because satire had already become reality. And if satire had already become reality, where could Rockstar go next? Push too hard, and they risked picking a side in the cultural war that divides America. Hold back, and they risked losing the very edge that defined them. GTA 6's America was caught between two worlds, one that reflected the chaos outside our windows, and one that was being carefully rewritten to survive in 2026. And in that tension, the version of America Rockstar once wanted to show slowly began to disappear. A new chapter had begun, not just for Rockstar, but for America itself. And in this chapter, Grand Theft Auto's biggest strength had suddenly become its greatest risk. Every joke, every mission, every line of dialogue risked being read as picking a side in the cultural war dividing America. To survive, Rockstar began rewriting itself. Trans jokes were cut from GTA 5's remaster, NPC dialogue was softened. Reports described the studio deliberately toning down its humor, sanding off the chaos that once defined its voice. The series that once mocked everything and everyone was being reshaped into something safer, something cleaner. That's why the darker version of GTA 6 never made it out. Not because Rockstar lost its imagination, but because the world outside had shifted, and Rockstar was forced to shift with it. The satire that once defined Grand Theft Auto was gone, and in its place came the end of one Rockstar and the uncertain beginning of another. But every ending is also a beginning. And in that beginning, something else started to emerge. Because if the voice was too hot for 2026, the silence that follows became something new. A moment to look back and remember everything Rockstar built, and to look forward at everything still possible. Maybe GTA 6 isn't the wild, reckless vision that some fans wanted. Maybe it's not trying to shock the world with satire or controversy anymore. But that doesn't mean it can't change the world all over again. Because for decades, Grand Theft Auto has been about more than chaos and headlines. It's been about unforgettable stories, impossible cities, characters that became legends, and moments that every player still remembers. GTA has always been about breaking rules and chasing freedom, but also about growing up with every game. Rockstar's greatest strength was never just its edge. It was the way these worlds made millions of strangers feel alive, laugh, rebel, and dream. So as GTA 6 approaches, maybe the most important thing isn't what was cut or what's changed, but everything that's been